Hey everyone, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxies, with me, Superman, and our friend, urk'gro'gra'oork. And this episode we're going to be doing the final mission of the HK-47 series. It's like the droid invasion series I keep talking about. Unfortunately we can't do the other missions. I could only by doing this final mission could I even get a group together to go along with me to do this. And again, I can't do it on Crunchbar because Colostro just does not have the population for it. Starsider is the most populated server left in the game. I'm just messing with my options here. So yeah, that's the one that I have the best luck getting groups for these things. So apologies for that. We're not going to be concluding this with Crunchbar. And yeah, we're going to be going to the volcano crater. Like the whole thing with that series, like HK-47 told us to go to the droid factory to start it up. Well, he told us to do that because he wanted to make his own droid army for himself. It's like you start up the factory for him, and then he's like, "Haha, sucker!" And then he makes this huge-ass droid army, and starts invading this one mining camp. Then you have to go off and fight off his little army. And he's like, "Oh damn!" And then you go back to the droid factory, the now operational droid factory. Oh, and Reebok decided now was a good time to launch off hundreds and hundreds of fireworks. Not sure why, but you know, it looks nice. But yeah, now you have to go back to the now operational droid factory and shut it back down. Then once that's done, then you do this quest. It's like the final showdown with HK-47 and the droids you managed to create before you shut the factory down, like the rest of his army. This is actually like in the middle of that huge volcano in the center of the map, like the one that you can't climb up. This is the center of that volcano crater. And by the way, if you couldn't tell, this is post-commentary. You know, I usually have to do these group things like late at night when I'm not alone, so I can't really, you know, or I'll be waking people up and they'd be wondering what's going on. And yeah, I guess we're just setting up to go. I guess Nock decided not to join us, for whatever reason. And before this, I had assurances from my group that 6 people was enough, but now I guess 5 people is enough. And I had my reservations. I was like, I don't know guys, I remember this being pretty tough. But they assured me that it wasn't that bad. So like the other instances, this has multiple phases to it. First we have to take out the HK Taskmaster. HK-47 made like a whole bunch of advanced like, HK series droids. They kind of look like HK-47, but they're not really. Oh, and also, I apologize for this, like this frame rate issue. It pops up once or twice in this video, but it's gone by the end battle, so hopefully you guys can bear with me. Yeah, apologies. Yeah, this first guy, you know, just pretty much take out the Taskmaster and, you know, you're done pretty much. You just have to do cleanup with the rest of his HK support droids. They're all only like elite level, so they're not that bad. Yeah, I'm just like desperately messing with my options here, trying to solve the frame rate issue. But again, it's fraps. It's like something running in my background that I don't know what it is. guess they're called SK-21 support droids. Huh. And again, it's like that thing where not all of them like aggro at the same time. They just all kind of like stand there and then become attackable one by one. Not entirely sure why that is, but you know, whatever. We'll go along with it. And you have to completely finish one stage before you can move on to the next stage. But yeah, can you give me a minute, guys? I'm getting hit by frame rate issues here. I guess I didn't inform them quickly enough because Klein starts up the next phase, which is AK Prime, which I guess is an advanced combat droid of some sort. Like those things that kind of look like load lifter droids, but they have guns instead. Again, nothing too special here, just, you know, attack the main boss guy until he goes down, then take out his minions. Again, apologies for the PowerPoint vision you're seeing here. And they weren't kidding. You know, these guys are pretty easy. I remember back a few years ago when I would have like a full group that we would have trouble with this before all the profession updates and stuff. But I guess this instance hasn't really aged well in light of all of the profession updates. Like all the professions got increasingly more powerful, whereas the enemies in this didn't really. Like, please wait? Question mark? And it's at this point they're like, oh, okay. I guess we better wait. I'm like, oh, thanks guys. And I just, you know, skip ahead of that. Skip ahead of us waiting. And frame rate wasn't quite done, but our entertainer buffs are almost gone, so we have to hurry this up again. Luckily, just before we start the next phase, frame rate settles down. So that was fortuitous. Now this is kind of a tedious part. Like, this huge array of support droids, they go active one by one. So we have to just very, very slowly take them down, like they're on an assembly line or something. Take out one, wait for the next one, take out the next, you wait for the next one, and you do that until all these guys are gone. I like the effects though, like the heat shimmer effect, like the entire ground of this place. It's just so hot that like the entire ground just wavers back and forth. It's a pretty cool effect. Urk would probably be used to that kind of heat though. You know, desert planet. Not entirely sure whether it's the brightest idea to be having a battle droid along for the ride, fighting other battle droids. I don't know, something in my mind says that that's not entirely a good idea. I'm not entirely sure what she's asking there. hold the forward commander fight in place. Not sure what she means by that. So, finally, the final HK-77 assault droid. After that, we take out the forward commander Mark II. It was back in the Kosiet mining camp that you take out the Mark I forward commander. And again, nothing special here, just, you know, face roll across the keyboard until he's dead. I love that expression. Face roll. So you have this image in your head of just someone literally rolling their face across the keyboard. And again, luckily we have an officer in the group, so he can keep up with my excessive use of special attacks. I actually heard from another smuggler that smugglers actually have like more special attacks than other classes. That's why they run out of action so fast. And we get hit by frame rate issues again. So I guess after the forward commander Mark II goes down, then all of these risen commanders pop up out of nowhere. Just like dozens of them. It's all at once. And me and Reebok are just kind of like, you know, taking out the ones on the side here. Then I realize, oh crap, there's like a huge mob of them over in the middle there. I should probably help with that. I do, I drop some AoE attacks. Oh my god. So much frame rate, I am so sorry guys. The frame rate is so bad that I actually have to like triple and quadruple click on my items just so that the command goes through. And as I'm filling with my controls, they're starting the next phase, which is the CYM prototype. I'm not entirely sure what that stands for. Kind of looks like a more human-esque battle droid. Just in the way it stands. It's like a Terminator or something. Not sure what's so special about the CYM prototype. Is there anything special about it? I don't think there was. Oh, I think it called like some Kubaza beetles out from the lava. But they were dealt with so handily that I didn't even notice them. Luckily the frame rate settles down again. We take on the GK Oppressor. It's like a Spire droid of some kind. It's not that tough. We take it down to like half health, and it's like, oh shit. Then it goes into like a defensive posture. And we can't do anything to it until we take out its loyal guardians. I think this was the part that most groups wipe on. Like back in the day, before this apparently got easier. Because just so many of these guys show up. And you know, even though I'm like a squishy smuggler who shouldn't be able to tank, I'm tanking these guys, like, no problem. These guys are just that easy. And he just keeps on summoning those little guardians. Oh, I guess he died. Like, I didn't realize that he was attackable again, but everyone else took care of him, so no problem. Now we just have to take out the rest of these defenders before we can move on to the final phase. So I guess we just had to take out, like, all of HK-47's, like, commanders and officers before we can actually get to him. Which makes sense, I guess. It's kind of like the Star Destroyer instance, where we had to take out, like, the captains and, like, the prison guards and all those guys before we can actually get to the Grand Admiral himself. Alright. Here's the final phase. We don't see anyone. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Your persistence is most entertaining, meatbag. Request. Can I call you my friend? Don't let the attempts to kill you confuse that point as I try to kill all organics. I do not believe any of the organics I have known are still around at this time. I will think of you and tell someone they remind me of my friend before I blast them. It will be great fun. I do want to thank you for all you have done for me up to this point. As a parting gift. Where was I? You may tell me the name of some meatbag that you do not like. I'll personally kill them. Oh, why not? I'll throw in the rest of their family for free. But first we have a little business to settle ourselves. At this point, the ship lands, and I guess he comes out of it. No, he doesn't come out of it. It's for us to escape, actually. And yeah, there's HK-47 in his brand new body. I think it's his brand new body. It might be his old chassis. I'm not sure. Yeah, there's HK-47 in all of his glory. I'm like turning down my particle effects just so you can see him better. I think this is like the coolest thing. They actually put him in the game. Yeah, there it goes. It's not a challenge at all. Unlike back in the day when he was. That was another character that I beat him on. That's why I got the badge for the champion, Mustafar. The HK-47's thing was that he had like all the abilities of his commanders, so he called these defense spider droids along with some Kubaza beetles. So that's cool, I guess. We're just kind of like, you know, cleaning up. There's one last beetle. Like, guys, there's a beetle over here. It's big and scary. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. That's the HK-47 instance, everyone. Oh, and everyone's like, oh, who wants this Obi-Wan costume you dropped? I'm like, I'll take the YT-2400 dude if you don't want it, lol. Oh, and there's the costume that, that Brittany got. That's pretty cool. It's like a costume of Ghost Obi-Wan. I give Ghost Obi-Wan a big hug. He's like, run away! I'm like, oh, an autopilot? That's cool. Like, I didn't realize that you could actually go up and talk to the autopilot at this point. Oh, and by the way, this dude was kind enough to actually give me the YT-2400 deed. which before was not a tradable item, but I guess it was made tradable now. I'll be sure to show that off, probably at the end of this video. I'm like, oh sweet, you can actually go up here. Yeah, this is a YT-2400. It's similar to the YT-1300, but it's like the cockpit is like swiveled around the body. I'll be sure to show that off. And yeah, we'll go up to here, talk to the autopilot, and the autopilot takes us back to the Med 6 mining facility. Yes, master. Return me to the mining facility. And he's like, okay. And he flies us out of there. But yeah, at this point, I'm like, yeah, thanks guys. You were all awesome. Thanks for doing this with me. Like, nobody wants to do the Mustafar quests anymore because they're not really that rewarding. Like, everyone wants to either do heroics or these new battlefields that they have in the game. Because you actually get, like, you know, cool stuff for those. Whereas for the HK-47 thing, it's like the best thing you can get is the, is it a costume? And a YT-2400 deed? But it's like, why go through all the trouble if you can just, like, buy them now? You know? But these guys were actually kind enough to actually do this final mission with me. I couldn't get them to do the prerequisite quests, like the droid factory and the mining camp. Like, I got them to help out with the final volcano crater mission. I'm just looking for Milo Med 6 right here because I'm gonna do like a thing. Yeah, since I didn't do all the prerequisite quests with Urk, I don't get to see the like final exchange of dialogue. Like I didn't actually complete a mission. All I did was do an instance. So I'll be sure to show something off with that. Milo Med 6 is right in here. And he'll be like, oh, thanks dude. Thanks for helping out with that, that droid business, huh? I'm like, yeah, no problem, dude. I actually realized that, he kinda looks like a lava flea. Like, in the face. It's kinda weird. Yeah, I'll be, at this point, I'll be, excuse me. I'll be transitioning to something I was gonna do. But then I'll be sure to show off the YT-2400 ship. I think I like left in a little bit too much time in the end here to say my goodbyes to the audience. Then I do my little. But yeah. Oh, I guess I'll transition to what I was gonna do now. All right, I'm back. I'm probably gonna splice this in between like that thing I was gonna show at the end of the episode. But I wanted to show you the YT-2400. Let's go ahead and generate that ship, add that to our control device. My datapad, I mean. Oh, I got them right side by side right here. Let's go ahead and blow that up a little bit. I guess I can't really get it much bigger than that. Yeah, that right there is the YT-1300. And this is the YT-1400. They're similar designs, but like the YT-1300, the cockpit is over here on the side, whereas the YT-2400 is the same body, but the cockpit is like rotated around, so it's like sitting on the prongs. I'll go ahead and outfit my ship right now. Pretty much just put all the parts from my YT-1300 into the 2400. I'll see you back when I am finished with that. Alright, now that our YT-2400 is completely outfitted, let's go ahead and launch it. See how it flies. Yeah, this is much different. For some reason I can't see on the side here. Is that really how the cockpit is? Huh, I guess it is. Maybe I just have to change my view. Pilot ship. Go into options. Field of view. I don't want to blow it all the way out. Yeah, I guess you're stuck with that. You're stuck with like this huge thing blocking your view over to the left here. It's kind of annoying. I think the problem is that the piloting seat is too far up. Like you have like all this space out here you can see, but unfortunately you can't use that as you're flying. Huh. Well, anyways, let's take a look through our new YT-2400. Kind of have like this very large entryway, very straight entryway into the piloting area. Whereas in the YT-1300, it's just kind of like you get like this tiny little ramp, and then you're in the main body of the ship. I don't know, this seems to be much more spacious. To me, anyways. That's what it seems like to me. It actually kind of reminds me of like the Ebonhawk in a way. Like you have like this cargo hold right here, and then you have the like these two adjoining areas. I mean, it's not exactly the same, but it's similar. I think that's the ship that people were expecting to get from HK-47 was the Ebonhawk. I mean, that's what I was expecting, but you know, instead we got this YT-2400, which was actually made popular by Dash Rendar in the Shadows of the Empire game. I played that, it's pretty cool. Yeah, let's give it for a spin, see how it handles. It actually handles about as well as the bomber, if you would believe it. Slow down a little bit here. Although it's very slow to speed up and slow down because it just has so much mass. And the bomber handles a little bit better in this. Let's see if we can squeeze through here. Activate our boosters. Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, that's cool. As you can see, it's just so slow to lose its inertia. Yeah, let's try out the turrets. I love this cockpit though. You can see so much. You know, if you're just like standing out here. Fortunately, there doesn't appear to be any passenger seats. It's lacking like the two extra seats that the YT-1300 has. But if you're just standing here and watching, you know, you get a fantastic view of everything. Just not when you're actually flying. Alright, let's try out the turrets. You get this pretty cool looking turret up top. It's not like the quad turret like the YT-1300 has. It's kind of like not sure. Oh wow, it even has like the little axis that it pivots about. That's cool. That's cool. Try the lower ones, just real quick. That's very cool. But yeah, that's the YT-1300, I guess. Where's the cockpit again? It's over here. Let's go ahead and land this beast into the hangar. Let's not go too fast, so we can't slow down that fast. Yeah, you can actually enter the hangar bay. It's pretty cool. And let's land our ship. I would like to land, please. I'd like to land at Tyrina. And yeah, with this, I guess I'll transition to the end of the episode. Alright, so after you've talked to Miloman 6, and he's all like, "Oh, thanks for helping out with the HK-47 business, dude." And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem." Then you go about your merry way. And you hear like a beeping from this this communications console over here. And you're like, "Oh, what's this about?" So you target it. You're like, "Oh, listen to message." And then you get this message. "I must admit that you almost make me wish I still needed a good master. Almost. Your little grey brain must be getting confused at this point. I understand that happens a lot with your kind. I didn't survive for 4,000 years in the husk of a ship, just to be destroyed by a few lucky shots. I must be going now. I have made a list. First, I need to visit these Nemodians. Then I think I'll go after the architects. Don't worry, you are far down the list. You amuse me. One last thing. I know that you meet bags like keepsakes. I have sent you one. You should start enjoying yourself. It won't take me long to get through my list." Well, after that message, I guess now would be a good time to cut it off. So, this has been Super Vader Man. This has been the champion of Mustafar, or urk'gro'gra'oork. I want to thank you guys for watching, and may the Force be with you.